Hey, Chris.
Hey, what's going on, everybody? Hey, we're starting at 6:05, so give me a few minutes here. Trying to brush up a few minutes of the last minute slot. Thanks.
Can hear you.
Evening, y'all. We're just gonna give it a couple more minutes so people have time to get in, all right? Hey, Chris, it's 6:06. You ready? Hey, Chris, we can't hear you if you're talking.
I know earlier he was having some troubles, so he may have to go through the same thing as earlier. Yep.
All right, and I should be back now.
Yep, there you go. We can hear you.
Awesome. Awesome sauce. All right. Thank you guys. All right. Thank you guys for participating. So appreciate you guys joining us today. It is Women's History Month. So shout out to all of our women here. We know that our teachers are, teacher profession is a predominantly woman profession. So we want to shout out to everyone for first off for that. As a quick reminder, please put your name and student's name and teacher in the chat for dress down day tomorrow. And please give me some grace here as you pull up these slides here for 5 seconds because I dropped off here. Okay. Sorry, guys. Let's see if this does it. All right. Thank you guys so much for your patience here. And guys, hold on, I gotta. All right, there we go. All right, I'm on slideshow now. Where we at? All right, so this is up. All right, thank you guys so much for joining us. Sorry for the delay starting the meeting here with that. I'm having got a new computer here recently, but having all types of technical difficulties. So thank you. Let me just kick it over to Sarah here. Sarah can kick us off here. She's our president here with us. So just new and coming this year. So want to turn it
Oh,
over to
just
her.
put me on the spot here, huh? Well, thank you, everyone, for calling in this evening, and a special thank you for Principal Jones for also being here. I'm going to try and fluff some time while he's bringing up his slides. I'm still talking. Here we go.
No, I have the slides up. That's what to make
Okay.
sure I kick it over to you, Sarah. That's all. All right. So just going to move on here with it. So again, if you haven't joined, it's a good time to join. Actually, price will lower that if you go online, check it out here with it. So please help to join us. It's an old slide. So my apologies, team. All right. So next up is going to move over to our treasurer's report there with it. And so if you're looking at my screen here, I'm making, hold on. Wait a second, team. I'm going to have to move to the next slide. Hold on. Oh, I'm having all types of issues here. Hold on, team. Hold on. Who's familiar with Zoom and knows how to go to the next slide? I'm in presenter mode. Somebody help me out. All right.
Just advance with the arrow. Can you try to the directional arrows?
Yeah, because I think I'm working off two screens here. Hold on.
Oh, or just click on the next slide and see if that works.
Yeah, it's showing on I work with two screens. I think that's what's throwing it off here. Let me just try it a different way, guys.
So you may have to share a different screen.
Yeah, let me just figure this out. 1 second. Just go presenter mode. Let me. I'm so sorry, everyone. It has been a while. All right, so let me do this here with it. All right, we're gonna do the old school way. All right, so sorry if you guys can't see, it's the best way I could think of to show it. So my apologies if you guys can't see my screen that well. Let me make it a little bit better here. Apologies on it. All right, so we're gonna have a quick succession here with Principal Jones able to join us today. So thank you again, as Sarah mentioned, for coming. So we'll try to keep our brief short to allow time for Principal Jones to speak for us. Next up is the treasurer's report there with it. So our current balance is $3,217, I believe, with it. Nothing came up from the last period of it. So our pending and planned here with it, we're still waiting on the check from Sky Zone that took place several months ago at the beginning of the school year with it. That's an action item for me, so I need to make sure I followed with them. And for those families that were able to participate in our Double Good fundraiser, our portion of the proceeds was $3,760. If you know, with the Double Good popcorn, what that is, the fundraiser is 50-50. So all purchases, 50% go to Double Good, and the other half of any popcorn you guys raised, it goes back to the PTA now to that extent with it. So looking ahead here with it, so those are pending, still waiting to receive both of those checks from both of those entities. We're allocating for our fifth grade send off $1,800, and it's a bit front loaded with it because we do have planned some other fundraisers coming up here towards the second half of the school year with it, and we'll shore that up with the additional funds that'll come in with it. But in order to make sure where the fifth graders had everything they need, we need to front load the support for it a little bit so they can pay for buses and everything in advance with it. Our next item that we spoke about as a team is the Kingsford Studio revitalization with it. And so we're looking to hopefully do that in short order. If you haven't seen it, it is next to the media center, like to the left if you're coming into the building. It is a 1993, whatever your school was, like best technology equipment for that time. So we're gonna look to revitalize it and share that with you guys with it soon. Hopefully it's a quick thing that we can turn around for the school. And as mentioned, it is, and my slides are off here, guys. All right, it is Women's History Month here with it. So again, we want to make sure we recognize that Black History Month. Excuse me, wrong slide again. All right, so we're gonna move forward because I don't know what happened to my slides. All right, this is for last month. We're supposed to meet last month here in February, so I was planning on it. All right, but anyway, celebrating for Black History Month was it the turn on it. So we want to make sure we recognize everyone, and I think we actually put an influential African American was Fanny Jackson Copeland from 1837 to 1913. All right, guys. Let me jump around here a little bit with it. Our basketball scoreboard here with it. So we dropped this off in September. I believe it's still pending installation. As you guys may know, we had a fundraiser a few school years ago with it. So just been little technical difficulties getting the installation squared away with the school and the county. So I want to kind of show you a mock-up of what it actually is. So that's what we purchased right there. It is a varsity scoreboard. It's 8 feet by 4 feet. So I believe that's where it's going to go in the school with it, kind of where if you're in the gym and cafeteria area of the school there with it. So I know it's something that the basketball team here or club here at the school has been wanting for like decades plus. So I'm glad we were able to make that happen, and looking forward to it, guys. So hopefully, cross our fingers, we should have it here done soon before the end of the school year. With that being said, trying to think anything else I need to go through. That being said, for sake of time with it, I'm going to turn it over to Principal Jones to allow me to recap here with it. Let me go down. First off, any questions for us before I turn over to Principal Jones? We're more to share in terms of volunteer and fundraisers, but I want to make sure we make best use of our time with it.
I don't have a question. I just wanted to add, in addition to the scoreboard, I did recently drop off 12 new basketballs and a stand with wheels to hold the basketballs for the school from the PTA.
Yeah, that's awesome. Thank you, sir. And plus, to me, let me put it this way, guys. So thank you, Sarah. Plus, if we are redoing the TV studio with it, if anybody has any tech knowledge or want to be part of that, we're looking to probably kick that off this week with it. So if anybody that you know in your family, in your community, anybody you work with is an AV technician, anything with production or familiar with technology, please let us know so that we can make the best use of it, all right, of their skills and talents. Stop sharing. And all right, and it's over to you, Principal Jones. Let me just see if I can, you should be able to share.
I'm sorry, Chris. I did have one question just because I saw that it was posted a couple days ago. I just
Yes.
saw today that we are also involved in a chocolate bar fundraiser right now. There's a chocolate bar fundraiser happening this week, and we're allowed to pick up the chocolate bars all throughout this week on certain days as posted by Ms. DiGrutola.
Yep, for fifth grade. Yes, that is correct. No, thank you for that, Sophia. All righty. And Team Sarah and Sophia, if anybody can monitor the chat, I can't see. I got these bifocals on, so there may be some questions in the chat. Y'all got to come offline because I'm trying to multitask too much.
I
So
got it. I got it covered. I got it covered.
Thanks, Sarah.
So hello, everyone. I promise you. Oh my goodness, I know. All of the talking. Let's see. This is a very busy time of the year, and I spend the majority of my day in one-on-one conferences with teachers. And so this is what I have left from today. I do have my hot tea, so I'm trying to bring my voice back. But I bring you greetings. So my slide says, "Greetings, Kings for Families," because I say that in every message that I share out with you all. It is an honor and a privilege to be here to greet you all today. For those of you who do not know, my name is Renee Jones, and I'm the principal here at Kingsford Elementary School. I've been here since 2016, and yeah, that has been a part of my leadership journey. So I just have a couple slides. As you can see, I don't have a lot of voice, but I'm going to share a couple slides with you, just some dates that we have coming up and some things that we want to make you aware of at this point in time. So, our families did receive the March school calendar, I want to say last week, but these are some things that I want to highlight. And so this week coming up, if you have a fifth grade kiddo, your fifth grade kiddo will be participating in the MESA exam. That is a test content exam. Now, while students take the MESA exam in fifth grade, it is not a fifth grade exam. Students start preparing for this exam in kindergarten, and they have science standards that are addressed over the course of the years. It's sort of like the eighth grade social studies, where it's not an eighth grade social studies exam, but they learn over the year. So that is taking place with our fifth grade students. On Thursday of this week, we are having and I want to give out a special thank you to Miss Bernie, who's a fourth grade teacher, Miss DiGrutola, fifth grade teacher, Miss Grooms, fifth grade teacher, Miss Scott, second grade teacher, Miss Torres, second grade teacher, Miss White, first grade teacher, for working alongside our students to prepare this performance that will take place on March 12th from 6 to 7. I believe this information has been shared with the community on Class Dojo, but this is the official flyer that was created.
Ms. Jones, are you sharing your screen?
I am. You don't see it?
And I hope it's just me. Does everyone else see her screen?
Oh, no.
Okay, yes, I just
Okay.
wanted to let you know.
Well, thank you for
You had
saying
it up for a
that.
second, then it went away. Yeah.
Okay, let me stop sharing and come
No
back.
Not me.
Yeah.
Okay.
I did hear you mention you had some slides.
Yes. Okay, let me go back.
Normally you have slides, so I know.
Yes, ma'am. Okay, let me do it this way.
Yeah, so sorry for your voice. And we met just a few hours ago. So, oh man. So it is that time of the weather. So I know that allergy season is soon upon us.
So now I am not seeing the share button. Okay, here it is. Do you see my screen now?
Now you just need to be in presenter mode.
Okay, and I need to make it large so I can
Yes.
actually see. Okay, slideshow. Is it still showing?
Looking good. We can
Okay.
see it. Thanks.
Okay. Okay. So this is what I started with. Just my welcome slide. Myself and Assistant Principal Latney that joined our team this year. All righty. So now I have this calendar of events. The school calendar was shared, a paper copy was shared with families a week or so ago, but I just wanted to highlight these items here. So going back to our fifth grade science test that is taking place starting tomorrow through this week. It's a science content test, but it's called MISA. In addition to that, on Thursday of this week, we will have our Black History Month parent show that will be held at 6 p.m. in our cafeteria. And I just had this slide this was the official notification that was shared with our families. And we definitely want to shout out our teachers who take on the extra responsibility of staying after school with students and preparing them for the show. So I want to give a special shout out to Miss Bernie, Miss DiGratola, Mrs. Grooms, Mrs. Scott, Miss Torres, as well as Miss White. We definitely thank them for their support. I've seen a few of the acts and they are so cute. You will be pleasantly surprised. And this is an error right here. It's 8:30 a.m. that we will do a show at school for the school will serve as the audience on Friday. On our calendar, we always have to have makeup days for exams. So for MISA, the makeup days are the 16th through the 19th. And we schedule those in the event that students have emergencies and they are unable to make school that day. However, the preference is for students to have 100% attendance so that everyone can take the test together along with their peers. Also, on the 16th, which is Monday, we are now in the middle of third quarter progress reports. Teachers are preparing those at this time, and progress reports are released online. So those will be available for parents on Monday as well. On Tuesday, we have scheduled a parent data night where there will be sessions. Excuse me. Sessions that parents are able to rotate through to hear information on the different assessments. This timing of this session is perfect because we're just finishing up a round of assessments. On the 17th, that is also St. Patrick's Day. And students are able to dress down in their green, the more green, the better. So green shirts, green, oh, we always tell the girls the green hair bows and the belts, green socks. So that is a day where our students are able to dress down. March 20th, this date was not on our calendar as a school in session day. This is one of the makeup snow days. So let's make sure that our calendars reflect that. In school on the 25th, all fifth grade students, and I want to say it's fifth grade through 12th grade, where students take the Maryland student survey to get feedback on the school and their experience. So that is something that will take place on that day. And then we have our spring break holiday that will come up March 30th through April 6th, spring break / Easter holiday. When we return, I wanted to get this date out there because it's National Assistant Principals Week. And it's like this every year when we return from spring break. We have this day where we get to celebrate our assistant principal. Excuse me. So I just shared this. I wanted to put this information out there so that we all have it. And so we all are aware of the numerous amount of snow days that we had this year from the, what do they call it? Snow Creek, where it snowed and then we had the ice on top. So it made the snow like concrete. And so I don't get in the side of where the superintendent is meeting with the powers that be to ask for waiver days and things like that. This is the information that's been shared with us and that we share with our community. That our first snow day, which I already stated, is March 20th. That is a day where we will be in session for a full day of learning, as well as May 27th. Again, these are changes from the original school calendar that Prince George's County Public Schools put out at the beginning of the school year. And then we also have, days that have been built on and tacked on to the end of the school year. So it's June 15th, 16th, and 17th are the last of those makeup days. Right now, I'm loving the weather. I do not anticipate any more snow days, but you never know. The district has a plan in place in the event that there are additional days that we need to make up. This survey right here, and I can drop the link in the chat. This survey is not a Kingsford survey. This is a district survey for parents and guardians of students that receive special education services. The survey is open through June 5th. Not sure if you all are aware, but one of Dr. Joseph's goals this year is to make sure that we are supporting our families of students with disabilities as well as our ELD families. So this survey may be a means to gather some evidence and some opinions of what needs to happen moving forward. Right now, there is a fundraiser going on. I know Ms. Redmond, as our community school coordinator, has partnered with our PTA in supporting this fundraiser from the American Heart Association, where students are completing the Kids Heart Challenge. Right now, I know our goal is to raise $1,500. And Ms. Redmond, you can say a little bit more about that because you have more detail, or even Ms. Kelly, because I know you all were working together with that. But we have 13 more days to meet our goal. Ms. Redmond, would you like to add anything to this slide?
Sure. Good morning, good morning. Good afternoon, evening, Kingsford family. This is an amazing opportunity, not only for you, but for the students to learn about healthy heart habits. Everything that you do is online. The kids have been very excited from pre-K on up because they receive thank you gifts once they log in and do the activities that are online. I want to thank parents for supporting this fundraiser as well. We've received many, many donations, which has allowed us to get to where we are today at a little over $1,200. So there are 13 more days left. I've put some information on each of the teachers' class dojo, as well as our Kingsford page. I will update and send some more information tomorrow, just so you have the links available to you. If you have any questions, please feel free to reach out to me via email so we can support the American Heart Association and all of our students and families can become knowledgeable about the importance of taking care of your heart. So we can do it. We have 13 more days left. Please, please, please help support. Thank you.
Thank you, Ms. Redmond. Ms. Redmond, I don't see the chat, so I was going to drop your email address in the chat.
I can go ahead and do that.
Please do that.
Yep,
Yes.
and I'll put American Heart Association right next to it, just in case anybody wants specific answers and has questions pertaining to that.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you, families.
Ms. Kelly, you've been working with Ms. Redmond with this. Is there anything you want to add? Okay.
Already. The main thing is this is a very inclusive initiative here for the Jump Rope for Heart. It was initially known as Jump Rope for Heart. It's now called American Heart Association. Heart Pro. There. I'm sorry, I was looking for the actual name of the foundation. However, I do know that the reason why I was saying that is a or one of the missions for the Heart Heroes. They are set to
I'm not
as
sure
long
if you're
as you are logging
in and out. Your voice is going in and out.
Did I lose you guys?
Briefly, you did.
I'm
We can hear
sorry
you
about
now.
that. I'm not sure exactly what happened to my connection, but I was just saying that every time that the kids log in to complete any part or stage of their mission, whether it's for a heart hero or one of the rescue pets that are celebrated within the American Heart Association, they should be receiving a gift for completing any type of task, whether it was raising money or just kind of sharing the initiative with their family and friends. You know, they should be receiving a gift and coming home with that, you know, excitement every day for you guys.
Absolutely. Thank you for adding that. Alrighty, so that is, excuse me, that is the end of what I have prepared to share. So I'm going to turn it back over to the PTA. Mr. Smith.
Thanks. Sarah, are you able to track the, maybe some questions here in the chat? Are you able to kind of run through those that we may have received, maybe from older ones too? I'm taking a look over here. Let me just
There's no questions. People were just posting what grades and their kids are in and their names.
Awesome. I think Devin asked a question about the fundraiser allocation. So to send off, so we kind of coordinated with the PTA executive team, coordinated with the fifth grade team to see what the need is for the fundraiser to hopefully offset the cost with it. So what we've done every year as the PTA is we always supported our fifth graders with it, the end of year ceremony or promotion. So it keeps with that practice of it. So that's the reason we did that is we always want to make sure that we send our kids off who have spent so many years here, 6 years or maybe some more pre-K, right? So at the years, we make sure we wish them well. That's one of the core tenets of our PTA, but we want to make sure we do right by our fifth graders when they give the best send off possible on it.
I'm sorry, Chris. I do have one question. I know I brought up the fundraising event that I just learned about. I wanted to ask if those flyers were already sent home for the permission slips. I guess this would be a question for Kingsford staff, just because I'm seeing on the flyer online that The kids are not able to receive a box of chocolate until the permission slip is signed and returned to school.
So I I can take that question back to our fifth grade team. I do know, because what happens is we want the parents to be aware that the chocolate came home, and it's the family is basically responsible for selling those bars or returning them to school. And so
Right.
we don't want to send any chocolate home unless the parent is aware of it. And that way, that's the permission slip would be the agreement, that the parent is aware that the chocolate can come home. So I will follow up with you all on a response. Your question is, did the permission slip come home yet?
Yes, that's the main thing. I
Okay.
just want to make sure I sign mine and turn it in with Lilo so she can come
Okay.
back home with her box.
I'm my son is in Ms. DiGratolis. She sent permission slips home for the chocolate.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'll make sure I check Lilo's folder.
Oh, okay. All right.
She's kind of slick with that one, so I'll make sure I check the folder and see if she got it in.
All right. Ms. Verma, can you find some more information on the day tonight, like what's going to be covered on it? It'd be helpful for families to know.
Was that for me, Mr. Smith?
Yes, I'm so sorry. For the day tonight, you would describe for the families a little bit more about it.
Yes. We are having a data night March 17th. At that time, you will have the opportunity to understand your students' data, whether it's from iReady, Dibbles, many of the county diagnostics and assessments that we give. So we'll give you a printout of the data report. We'll explain to you what it means and how to read it and how to interpret it. We would also like to give something to walk away with to help support your students, whether they are on grade level or below grade level. We want you to be able to walk away with something to be able to support your students with at home. So come out March 17th, but I do need you to fill out the RSVP that is posted to your students' Class Dojo if you are interested in coming out for our family data night.
Thank you, Mr. Bradman.
You're welcome.
A question there. When will we receive first grade tag testing results?
Yes, I have been in contact with the testing office. They are having some difficulties with uploading the results, the data that we get. So once the testing office uploads the data and the results, we will have those out as soon as we receive them at Kingsford. So it's not just a Kingsford thing. The testing office is having some difficulties on their end, so it's preventing them from giving out the tag results.
Right, and just following like even for the fifth grade, the specialty program lotteries were all supposed to come soon, right? If I'm not mistaken on that, like for the specialty programs.
So I don't have much information about the specialty programs, but I do know that it's posted online for PGCPS.
So I believe
Go ahead, I'm sorry.
No, I'll cut you off, excuse me.
Yeah, I don't have information about the specialty programs. So is there a deadline that needs to be met for the specialty programs?
No, I think it's for the results of those who may have filled the lottery application, I believe, was a few months ago or just closed. I believe I got an email stating that it should be coming up soon. I believe we should be receiving it this week or next week. Parents, help me out. I know some of you are in the same situation with it. So it should be coming home soon.
The tag results, is that what you're referencing?
No, the specialty programs. Like if you like the lottery schools, the charter, the lottery schools, and if you're going to middle school or some of the other programs here, the specialty programs.
Okay. As soon as we get our tag results, we will forward them to parents.
All right. Thank you, Mrs. Bradman. Hold on.
You're welcome.
Back here. Where am I at? Okay, I should be sharing. All right, team. So I was able to get my slides back up. So thank you, Principal Jones, for participating. You had a hoarse in your voice. So sorry for that, but we do appreciate you for attending and giving the brief for us. A couple other things here with it. So this is the newsroom, right? So when I say it, I had pictures from it to see what we're trying to do with it, right? So if you look at it, it's like I think that's the production studio over there to the right, the control room over there to the right, and that's beautiful for 1993 team. So we are going to shake this up. You guys know us here with PTA for years. We do something that's going to be big. So we are going to revitalize this whole entire thing with it, give them the best equipment they can need for 2027 and 28 and 2030 and beyond with it. So if you see it, it's in next to the media center to the left. Check it out. That's what I love our school. I think that it's beautiful foundation and structure to it. So as always, we look to hopefully uplift it and make it better. Talk to Mr. Crawford a bit about it. And Sophia attended years ago. Sophia, can you talk about the morning show here for a little bit with it and tell them what how that used to happen for the school?
Absolutely. So the morning show was something that all of the kids looked forward to every day. We would be refreshed by Miss Crawford's lovely voice, rest her soul. But yes, Miss Crawford was the main, I would say, newscaster or news reporter for the entire morning show. She would come on. We had a theme song. So there was like a school intro. We had like a hand clapping song situation that we all created and, came up with as the students in music class. And then we brought that over to the morning show. So every morning we would hear the, school-wide chant. It would lift the spirits. Miss Crawford would come on, tell a few jokes, probably have a few hand puppets at the same time. Then she would probably bring on another guest like Mr. Flores, who would then run into Minute Mass, which was also a school-wide activity. And all the teachers would turn on their TVs to the news show, and they would pass out the flyers, and they would time us for a minute to see how many math problems we could finish within that time. And whatever winners would be reported the next morning. So it was just something to involve the entire school, to raise the morale of each individual child, kind of bring some spirit and life into the classrooms, because we know 7 a.m. is a very hard time for all of us.
All right, thanks, Sophia. And just to bring this home, so we did it. So this is our mock-up of what we plan to do with it. So what we did here with it, spoke to Devontae about it and a couple others here with it. So this is the general mock-up what we're trying to do there with it. So if you're looking back there, team, those are acrylic letters, right? KES, those are like the good, expensive ones with it. That kind of cost a lot of money. So we want to make sure if we do something that is sustainable and that is buildable long-term with it. It's probably new to Principal Jones and Ms. Brevin as well, because we don't think we shared it. But I told her, so we did a little background research in terms of how to kind of get this done with it. So in addition to that, we probably purchasing a new table or get it donated with it. The backdrop, we're going to try to find a way to get a logo, right? Not just something sustainable again with it in terms of the equipment. The backdrop there with it, there's a Diabond there with the material there with it, and with some LED lights on the background. That's the blue in there that you're seeing in terms of the board. And other things. And also, if you're looking at as well, that's the Kingsford Morning Show, the Kingsford Elementary School, what is that called? The overlay, right? That's what you're looking at with it. So we're going to make sure that the school also has the latest technology for it, right? That's an overlay that the school can use to put the graphics on it, just like a regular morning show or TV show, how they want to use it. So hopefully we're trying to coordinate with the school here to see how we can make it fun for the school with it, to get the students involved with it, get us their studio. So see if they have any ideas about the naming. Maybe KES doesn't work. I was thinking of WKYS, right? But maybe put a W on it. I don't know. But we'll find a way to get the students involved. Again, we're looking to do this in short order with it in that way. Let me see. Let me go back on it. All right. So they'll say Principal Jones' voice. So what we did is I want to make sure, I believe, the transparency to keep everybody up to speed in terms of it. So what we've been looking to do is make sure we get coordination, trying to run through here the things that we've been tracking with the school. We had a meeting earlier today, the executive board for Principal Jones and AP Latin was there, and Mr. Flores. So in order to help support you guys better with it, is just kind of recap of where we're at with it. Double Good fundraiser. Our top winners there were Calvin Polite raised so much money, guys. I think this guy, fourth grade, they came out to like $2,000 over popcorn. So, amen. Latoya Messiah Heath and Jace Howard. So not only will they win awards, we're going to give them additional awards and celebration for that. Their classes will also receive like an ice cream party with it. So we want to make sure that we recognize them individually and make sure that it's representative for their class and just in terms of the whole school with it. So shout out to those families that participated. It was just under maybe 15 or so. So that raised that much money. So I'm hoping family that we do more fundraisers, that we need everybody to participate because we look to do great things. Basketball scoreboard installation, as you guys know, 33 months and counting there with it. So I think for us, when we met, as it, we're waiting for the work order number with it. I think Principal Jones briefed us that it might be during spring break, and due to the length of installation, 33 months, we want to make sure that we stay on top of it. So we've requested the work order and make sure that we can hopefully provide some support as parents on operations that may be holding up the installation on that. Extracurricular activities and clubs there with it. So what we also do there is we want to make sure that you guys have notification of all the beautiful things that the school is doing. We know the school is actually doing a lot of positive things with it and a lot of activities. We just want to make sure that families can get notified of it, because what we heard is sometimes families, and even mentioned here earlier, that maybe a flyer doesn't get home from our younger ones there with it. I know my kids are not prone to miss flyers, so we want to make sure it's distributed digitally there with us. So hopefully in a newsletter, we're able to kind of get you guys up to speed on all of the offerings at Kingsford with it. And just want to again highlight our staff there with it, because any extracurricular activity has to be sponsored by a teacher. So that is additional time out of their day, out of their evenings, away from their family, to help support our kids to make sure they have a beautiful elementary experience. So as Principal Jones mentioned, not just Assistant Principal Day comes in April, but it's also Teacher Appreciation Week with it. So expect more communication from PTA on that. We'll be doing something special as we do every year, but parents, we always encourage you to reach out to your teachers and make sure you celebrate them as well. It's a very hard job with it. They're very demanding. And I believe in maybe the beginning newsletter, beginning of the school year, Principal Jones put in like the get to know your teacher. So that's a really good way to kind of think of any ideas. We would do something special for your sons or daughters teacher. Go back to the beginning newsletter at the school year with it. We'll find it and send it out with it in terms of what that is, so you guys don't actually have to go back and do that. Fingerprint drive. So again, we're looking to hopefully there on my screen there with it. Hopefully everyone can looking for more volunteers with it. So again, we have a lot of activities we would like to do, and hopefully to increase that with it. As an open item, I believe Ms. Raymond's supposed to outreach for a fingerprint drive at Kingsford. So part of the volunteer process is requires fingerprinting. So we're hoping to kind of ease that burden, and we see if we have someone come out to the school with it as an open item with it. So we'll get more information to share if we can actually pull that off for you guys. Community survey results, as you guys may or may not have known, Mr. Flores sent a community survey out over the summer, and it was kind of just saying what parents may be interested in terms of volunteering with the schools or skill sets in it. So from our perspective, we're trying to close the gap on that to see what parents would be interested where, and or what they may intend to do, and see if we connect them with the school or even the PTA in terms of, again, making sure that if parents want to be a part of something and have skills, we want to make sure that we recognize those talents and make sure we connect with them. Honor roll ceremonies, right? Pre-K through first grade. So I know we heard from those are on the roll ceremonies, excuse me, with it. So I heard from a few parents that we did several actually regarding the end of the ceremonies for the pre-K through first grade there with it. So following with the school to see how we can, again, make sure that parents have a chance to recognize the growth of their students, the younger ones there with it. I know both my younger ones there with us all attended back in kindergarten and first grade at Kingsford, and it was such a beautiful experience to be able to come into the building. And from my perspective on it, personally speaking, it was good to recognize the children so that they had a chance to know what an on the roll assembly, and allowed us as parents to say, hey, well, it's on the roll now. When it comes to second grade, where you begin to grades start counting, right? That it kind of gives them like pre-training wheels in terms of real on the roll assembly. So heard from a lot of you guys, so we continue to advocate on your behalf to make sure how we can bring that home. Community engagement with it, parent data night with it, as mentioned earlier, African American readathon. We're actually reaching out for Ms. Redmond there, pending with it, is to see what is the community engagement plan. As you guys know, that is a new position for the school year this year. We have a dedicated position for community, right? Community coordinator with it. So we're hoping to see engagement from that. You get in terms of how can we bridge the gap between parents wanting to be volunteers and be active at their school with it, and connect the dots there with it between the school and the parent body and the PTA with it. Another item there, team. So I'm sorry, I'm going to pause for a second. Any questions on it? Somebody can drop in the chat or let me know if somebody has a question with it. So don't mind me. The digital newsletter with it. So as you guys know, for several years we heard things about parents wanting to do more routine and communication from the school with it. So as we continue to advocate for it, the plan that we put in place with the school through our monthly meetings here that we're supposed to have there with it, agreed upon last year, and before that was really to like a 3 model approach there with it. So it should be a digital monthly newsletter, right? It comes out similar to as Principal Jones has been sending out consistently. That will then be supported by calendar invites there with it. And again, if you guys notice a reason for all of the school-wide events, we want to thank AP Assistant Principal Latney for that. It's been really diligent about making sure that we have all of the events in the as a calendar invite, so it sends you reminders with it. I attended the 4th and 5th grade honor roll assembly last week, and that was the highest attended one I've seen since I've been in. The parking lot was full with it. And so I know there's a connecting the dots there with about parents being notified and also have various means to communicate it. And lastly, digital and paper flyers. Let's see. So Motown Plagues talk about day to night there with it. Only thing is we're looking at for PTA events and planning more days to share as we kind of finalize it, but an egg roll there with it. So the information with it. Readathon Fun Run. Again, if you've been here for several years, we did one a couple years ago. It was a good extent. And if we can pull it off there, lastly, guys, a May Carnival. So that is something that we're going to try and put together for the school, not just field day, but maybe May or June with it in terms of a end of the year carnival for the school. But again, that takes more fundraising and more parent involvement to get those things going. So if you've been on the sidelines with it all school year with it, as you guys see, I couldn't have these slides together today because I've been multitasking too much. I'm blind and I can't see, right? So we need you guys to step up here, right, and help us out with it on the PTA. We're a small and mighty team with it. So again, if you have time, come up here in the springtime with it as we close out the school year with it, please reach out to us with it so we can engage with you to help out with it. Last year with it is a science fair initiative with it. So we heard from several parents over the many years here that I've been here, right, is the how can we get a science fair at Kingsford with it? So we didn't quite get to it, but that's one of the items we sent over to the school to see if we can help support that. And I think we want to maybe schedule a separate meeting to see how we can get the science fair at Kingsford. I think that is all of it. So any questions on anything here, guys? Sorry, I know I just mumbled through all of that, so excuse me, but just want to make sure everybody's up to speed on where we're at. All right. Again, spring dance coming in is mentioned here with it. So spring dance. So again, more information will be shared on that. Again, we'll need information about for all of this. So we need volunteers to pull this off, guys. Sorry, that's my dog screaming here in the background. But Cynthia Gray, who did this for many years, helped support it. She did a lot of the heavy lifting for it. So again, my parents, I'm committed to getting it off the ground, but you know, we're stretched thin over here. So we definitely need support to bring that to pass here with it. So please reach out to us, info at Kingsford PTA if you can, or if you attend the school, anyone can reach out for us.
Question about the volunteers for that one, Chris. I'm sorry. Just to clarify for the other parents, will they be needing their fingerprints to volunteer for this as well?
Yes. Yeah, it's very important, especially both the other events. So make sure you get your fingerprints done. If there is I think it's the fingerprints are $65, I believe, or so like that. And it's also like an online training course with it. It's not bad. You can get through it that way. So again, this will probably be around April or so. So we got to try April, May. So we'll see the snow and all the time off from school kind of threw off some of our planning with it. So we look to kind of coordinate with the school to kind of lock in a date and see what works best for everyone's schedule with it. That's why there's no date on all of this stuff yet due to the weather. So please get your fingerprints done now. Again, I know we have if you need help, financial assistance, please reach out to us. So we don't want to make that any reason why you can't. I believe the county has some place and measure for financial assistance, but even from the PTA with it, don't let financial be the burden. If it's a financial burden, please reach out to us. We will do our best to help support you or to sponsor that activity for you or the fingerprints for you if need be. Lastly, I'm gonna send this over to Sophia. We don't got the date yet, and it says 2023. Again, this could be a reuse slide. I don't know, so we're just going to change this right now. All right, so Sophia, I know we have the date locked in, but I know it was be around Earth Day. So anything you want to talk about that? I know we didn't speak on it yet, so I'm just throw it over to you, Sophia.
Yes, Sophia, I'm sorry. So for for Earth Day. I believe it is on the 22nd of April. However, we were looking to celebrate somewhere on the following weekend. It falls in the middle of the week on a Wednesday, and we were looking to aim for a Saturday just because it typically, most parents have the time and availability over the weekend to join us for events like this. We would just simply take out some time of the day, spend time at the actual campus, just renewing the garden or the what is the
Courtyard.
central garden called?
The
Yeah, the
courtyard.
courtyard. Yep. So we would normally just do some redefining to the foliage in that area in the courtyard. Making sure we spend time to clean up the campus and ensure its appearance.
All right. Yeah, thank you, Sophia. And I think we've been there, like we didn't do it last year, but we've done it the previous years that I've been here. I think just due to capacity issues with it, because we need more volunteers. So my green thumbs, I know you guys exist out there with it. So we always need like plants, anything with it, tools and all that type of stuff with it. And it's actually a picture of the courtyard. If you've not been there, it's actually a really beautiful space in the school. It is in the center of the school with it. It's accessible right behind the not the newsroom, the library, the school library. You first enter the building. So if you go into the library, past the library, the middle, it's a courtyard. It sits there with it. If you guys see anybody has a power washer, please send me an email with it, because I think it really deserves a good power washing. It deserves it. We were going to do it last year, but we couldn't get to the event happen. So we're going to make sure that we beautify the school the best way possible. One of those other long range goals there was actually to purchase what you call it, like picnic chairs and tables. There's actually a really big space there with it. So that's one of the other items that we have on our list of things that we can hopefully fundraise. I don't know if it'll be this year, but maybe next year that we can kind of get to it and turn it into a project for revitalization with it. But if we have a great fun run or readathon, then hopefully we can maybe get it done. But that takes time and require another installation with it. So we'll make sure that we're trying to coordinate with the not only Principal Jones, but above that, operations and administrative support with it too. If we do purchase it, to make sure it's not such a lengthy installation process with it. Team, again, thank you guys for joining. I'm so sorry I didn't have my slides together today with it. Normally I'm more together with it. My apologies. We've been working very hard for you. Is there any other questions? I'm going to stop sharing my slides. Is that, and if not, all right, let's see. Let's make sure we answer everyone's questions. Yes. Okay. I think, is that all we got, team? Any questions that anybody other has anything else? Sarah, if not, I'll kick it over to you to close us out.
So we did just get one more question in. If anyone has discussed AlphaBest. That was from Jacqueline Unono. I'm sorry, if you could just clarify that question there, so we know exactly what you want us to answer.
Well, he's put it
Sure.
together, so I did. I'm sorry.
I was just trying to send it through before we cut off. But no, I wanted to see if we had started discussing the issues with AlphaBest for before and after care. I know that we've gone through several iterations of coordinators and staff over the last several years, and with the the service and not opening on time and just no schedule or organization. But I mean, the price has gone up. I know you guys don't control the price, but I'm not sure if you all are looking at using the same vendor. Unfortunately, this is the last year at Kingsford for us, but it just has gone downhill, I would say, over the last 3 years, to where, me, myself, I'm late for work in the morning. I had to cancel meetings because I'm still out there at 7:20 and it's still not open, those kind of things. Did you find your way? Are you good?
So AlphaBest is a vendor of Prince George's County Public Schools. Kingsford does not choose our before and after care. It is going to be important that when there are challenges, that Kingsford is made aware of the challenges that exist, and your information can be escalated or your questions can be escalated to that vendor office.
Yes,
Yeah.
I'm aware. They've been escalated to the vendor office several times, including you on the email, Ms. Jones.
Okay.
No, Keith, just to add, my children attended like 3 years, and we pulled them out like maybe 2 years ago because of just the degradation of service that you with. I was actually in the building, and they didn't know I was in because you had to buzz in, but I actually was in the building for another activity with it, and I saw like the tall old guy, if you guys remember, he was just berating my son like in the gym, pointing his finger, bent over, screaming to the top of his lungs there with it. And the other staff members did nothing. I was just standing outside of the door, and he didn't know I was there. And I said, "Oh my gosh, who's he going after?" And it was like my little son Clark, who at that point was probably like in first grade or something like that with it. So that was like towards the end of the school year with it. So I reported, but we report our
You
kids out.
did report that.
Now that he's gone, but I think to her, I'm
Oh.
speaking to her point there about the overall surge there with it. So terribly sorry to hear that is
Yeah,
still.
as well. But and I think part of that is because they are not, that team is not housed at Kingsford. They come in the morning, and then once they dismiss their kids to the classrooms, they leave. And then they come back. And so what I'm hearing is there needs to be a system so that when things are elevated, if they are not addressed, we need a system so that we can circle back to it, because we don't always hear the end results from Alpha Best. And I know that they have gone through some changes as a program as well, but we don't manage them.
One of the questions Principal Jones, my son may mention is there's a need for water. My son may mention that the water fountains are out at the school.
I would have to check with building services. I don't necessarily walk around the building and press on the water fountains. I would have to
Ms.
ask.
Redmond, is there a need for Ms. Redmond? Are you familiar? Maybe more in touch in the classroom to see what's going on there.
What was your question?
The water fountains in the school, are they working? I think my son may have mentioned that they might have been out.
Lilo too. I was about to say, she mentioned that y'all had said that the pipes were frozen or something of that sort.
Well, I'm gonna say this. I don't know who y'all is.
Yeah.
No one has said anything to me. And what I would say, any additional questions that we have, let's record them somewhere so that we can get the responses to you. I don't want to get into a whole group of questions. One, we're over 7 o'clock. Two, I want to make sure that I'm able to provide you with answers, because I don't want to give out any false information.
Gotcha. I definitely appreciate it, Ms.
Yeah.
If you guys aren't,
One more question.
if you guys aren't aware, then that's fine. We'll just make sure that we keep them.
Yeah.
We'll follow up with it.
Yeah. We're just finding out as the kids let us know. Sometimes in the water bottle, sometimes they're not given a water bottle when they leave the car. They come back telling us about the water fountains at the school campus. But I do have one other question here, asking about updates as far as communication between us as the parents in the comment section of Class Dojo. Someone is asking about the ability for parents to ask and raise questions in that portal.
Yeah, that's it.
No, that's not going to happen.
They must have
Say
said
that.
it. I'm sorry, I cut you off.
No, go ahead. You were saying something.
No, I was just saying, I guess from what it seems from
That was
their
Miss
message,
Simpson. Is
they
she
may
on the
have
line?
asked the question and just kind of wait for the answer.
Yes.
That was Miss Simpson. Are you on the line? She could have dropped. But we'll take it as well, matter of fact, we sent an email to the school net already. So if you're not on the line, we already
She's
have it as an
there, Chris.
Hello,
Oh,
I'm
there she
here.
Right there.
Hello.
Yes, Miss Simpson.
Yes, I was just following up because I know from the last PTA meeting, a lot of parents, brought up kind of frustration of not being able to, post questions or comments on Class Dojo because sometimes other parents are able to, respond to things because maybe, their teacher from their class, from their child's class, has something to say. And we don't really have like a portal for just like parents all together to find out information directly, especially when there are like, direct questions that could, everyone could see because sometimes people have the same questions.
Mhm.
And it might be easier if they could all be displayed like how previously for all of the past years, like on Class Dojo, we had the ability to comment and to ask questions on like one platform that was visible for everyone.
So I believe that you all can still comment on the teachers' pages, but not on the school story. And so there's no plan to turn those comments back on at this time.
As a substitution, Miss
I'm
Jones,
sorry, I
just
asked a
to,
question.
I
My
guess,
question was, why was it turned off?
oh,
It was just turned off. It was a decision that was made.
Okay, we'll make sure we follow. Ms. Simpson, we'll connect with you, make sure we follow. Christopher, I sent you a few emails on that, so we'll make sure that we follow up with those emails. That's from a few months ago. You
You
might have
said
lost track.
who? Me?
I
Right.
did, yes. It
Yeah.
was in December. I'll
Yeah,
forward you.
absolutely.
It's no
Yeah,
worries.
but we're not turning the comments back on. Not at the school story.
Okay. Just wanted to know the reason behind it. Okay.
what?
Thank you. Thank you
So,
so much.
I'm kind of confused on that. But it seems
yeah,
like
so
Miss
listen.
Brittany is Miss Simpson. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to call you by your first name. It seems like Miss Simpson is suggesting also maybe like an open forum. So do we may have any possibility to, yeah, I guess build some other type of open forum site for them to be able to raise their questions? Because from what she's saying, multiple parents express the same concern or have the same question, and it seems more productive if if one parent could ask the question for multiple parents and just see that one answer in public, which I
Okay, and
also have
so,
to agree with is a lot easier than emailing back and forth typically.
okay, and so I would say that can be an action item that the PTA can work on building a platform so that the questions can be housed in that space, and that can be an open forum that is sponsored by the PTA, and that would be my suggestion.
Okay, we as an action item overall. So team, we'll follow back over whether it be Class Dojo or another platform. We'll meet with the administration if we have to get a firm answer on that and come up with a concrete plan. All right. So I
Also,
think
I
that
can provide the PTA email if you guys would just like to drop your emails and we compile them all as a list to just send over Ms. Jones direct if you guys would like to do that.
yep, I'll put it in the chat, but I don't want to hold us up. Sarah, did you want to close
Our
us out?
email box is always open. So, and I do my best to respond to emails that I do receive. So my email box is open. On that note, I'm going to say I do have to leave this call because dinner is ready for my family. And I told them that this was over at 7 o'clock. So they are waiting for me. And I want you all to enjoy your evening so that I can enjoy my dinner and find out how my family's day was as well. So I bid you
Thank,
all a great rest of your day, and hopefully I'll see you around.
all right. Thank you so much, Principal Jones. With that, she's
All right,
closing us
Ms.
out.
Jones, you enjoyed that.
Hope you get better.
You're the principal.
All right, so Thank you guys for joining, everyone. I do apologize for the abrupt way that the call was ended just now.
Yep. Meeting's over, guys. I need to try to grab the transcript and names from here so I can't close it out. But thank you guys so much for attending one.
Yes, we thank you
Thank you
guys
for having it. I appreciate it.
the meeting.
Thank you. God bless
Absolutely.
you.
Thank you.
You as well. Thank you.
Thank you.